Welcome to another Nerd Update. I'm Paul Odd with Assurance Home Sales. I do not represent Heart of Kentucky Association Realtors or anyone else. This week's Nerd Update is going to cover from July 21 through 27. Let's go to the computers, check out the numbers. All right, thanks for joining. So here at new listings, we can see that we are higher this year than 3 of the previous 4 years. We have more properties taken off the market, so total inventory went up, and it's tied for the highest this year. We had one other week with 98 new listings. When we look at total inventory, it represents about 3.5 months of inventory, which I have always been told that anything under 6 is a seller's market, around 6 is a balanced market, and over 6 is a buyer's market. Well, I've been told today that the definition is shifting to 4 months of inventory being the threshold between a seller's and a buyer's market. So 3.5 then, if that's true, would be acting as a balanced market. And I'm curious, is that what you're seeing in your negotiations, in your offers? Is this acting like a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market? I'd appreciate you letting me know. When we look at under contract, lowest than it's been for the previous 4 years. Under contract in 7 days is at 14% of the total, which is the lowest it's been since mid-March. Look at closed, quite a bit lower than what was under contract 4 weeks ago, which was, I think, 70. Right, it's pretty close to 3 of the previous 4 years, and it's still above average for the year. Days on market, higher than 3 of the previous 4 years, and it stopped correlating with price reductions several weeks ago. As you can see here, our days on market went down, and price reductions went up, right, higher than last week. And nationwide, I found out a third of homes have price reductions. So I went back and looked week by week. We've only had 2 weeks this year that had more than 10% price reductions, but that's every week, right? So I also went back and analyzed it for the whole year. When you look at the whole year, we've had 38% of the homes have price reductions, which is above the national average. I was pretty surprised by that, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on the background behind that. Is it sellers demanding a high price, buyers demanding a low price, lowering price for expediency, something else? Please let me know what you're seeing out there. Interest rates have been under 7% for 27 straight weeks. It's also lower than the previous 2 years, which is great news because it generally takes 2 or 3 years for people to mentally adjust to a new range of interest rates. I know a year ago in July, we were at 8.5%, and houses were flying off the shelf for us. So 6.74 seems pretty good compared to that, but if you're having trouble putting food on the table, it's not really going to matter. It's still a high interest rate. These stable interest rates are also intending to be contributing to a price stabilization, right? If they lowered interest rates and a lot of people started driving demand for housing, that would raise prices. So as frustrated as people are that interest rates aren't lower, if they lowered them by much, then this median price would shoot up. And nobody wants these lower rates to also mean higher prices, but that's how the world works here. Thanks for watching, and please let me know what your experiences are. Does this match what you're seeing? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good week. Thank you.